Yes, yes, and we are back. This is Third Coast Radio right here on MPB Think Radio. That was with you by Mike Hustle. I'm in the studio right now. This is Kamikaze the Kingmaker. I got Danielle, Donnie Two Walls in the building, and just coming into the building as promised. We got one of the hardest working men in the independent hip hop scene right now in the entire state of Mississippi. And we got that boy Mike Hustle in the building. What's going on, man?
Yeah, what it do, what it do. Appreciate y'all having me.
Hey man, we gotta have you in here, man. The way you working out there, man, and really putting in for your brand and for your music. You're really putting in the work, man. So when you work hard, you make yourself into these positions, man. You right here on Third Coast Radio. You got the entire state of Mississippi listening to you right now. We just played one of your joints, man. So what does Mike Hustle have coming up? Next. What's the next thing? People see you moving all around. You're doing a lot. You got your merchandise. You're creating content and putting content up. You're investing in yourself and doing shows, man. What's the very next thing that you got coming up right now for the brand of Mike Hustle that people can be looking for?
More music. I got a hat line also.
Okay.
I got 500 hats on the way. They should be in at the end of November. Hopefully I get them by Black Friday. If not, they'll be by December.
Okay.
Got 10 different designs. Got jackets. Got sweatshirts on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, new music. I got that hustle out now on all streaming services. I got another project called 1990H, a 90s vibe, 90s theme project. It's coming. Try to drop it next month.
So talk about that a little bit, man. We're gonna go back. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be kind of like for those of you that watch How I Got Away with Murder, or I forget what the name of that show is. We're gonna start you off going to the future, and then we're gonna take you back into the past. So we talked about what you got going on next. Talk about how you came up with the concept for this 90s album, this 1990H that you got coming up real soon.
Oh man, just something I always been wanting to do. I've been trying to plan this about 5 years since I started taking it serious. It's just getting samples. Rest in peace to Stone Patron. I was working with him.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Stone.
So I had to reach out to network with other producers who can give me the sound I'm looking for.
Right.
And right now I got a good 30 tracks that definitely fit that vibe, and I just gotta record to them and just see how they go.
Was there something special about the 90s that attracted you to doing a project that was dedicated to that sound? I mean, why the 90s?
Cause that's when music was the best. Vibe, music was a whole feeling back then. I'm trying to bring that back. Everybody turning up. It's cool too, but music is about feeling. You gotta bring that back.
So you feel like the 90s was the time when it was the most feeling in music?
Definitely.
So what were you listening to? Yeah.
In the 90s back then, everything. My favorite, I can't say a favorite because I just love a 90s vibe. It's still 90s songs that I ain't never heard yet that I might hear tomorrow. And I'm like, damn, they give me that vibe. I might want to see who made that, who produced that, see can I try to sample it or something like that.
We ain't gonna let you off the hook now. I want to know what you was listening to. What was you jamming in the 90s that gave you, like, when you heard it, you was like, this is that classic thing right here that you was listening to?
What really give me that 90s vibe, what's that, boy, you should know that.
Okay.
They give me that vibe.
Was it
I listen to it
KPNF?
right now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That Freak Like Me, Adina Howard. They give me that vibe all day.
Yeah.
Summertime, Will Smith. They give me that vibe.
Okay. Those are three heavy hitters right there. Yeah. So how do you feel the music has changed? You say everybody's kind of like on a turn up vibe.
Right.
What's the difference in the music that you hearing right now? Because you are right here, you right entrenched in 2019. So what's the difference in the music that you're hearing right now from a lot of your peers and that music that you say they gave you that special feeling?
Right. It's more of a turn up vibe now. It's more of a for the now. That's why when albums drop, they don't really just last that long as far as keep on listening to. You can still listen to 90s music like they dropped yesterday. Albums that drop this year, last year, you can't go back and listen to it 2 or 3 years from now. You want them to sound the same. You can't get that same vibe. Like, for instance, music that give you a feeling, you can go back and whatever you was going through at that time of your life, it'll remind you of that and you'll have that feeling again. Like, it ain't no 90s project, but like T-Pain old music. I remember being in school listening to T-Pain. I remember talking to different women, just vibing, listening to T-Pain. When I listen to it now, it give me that same old vibe than it do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I listen to it back then. Like rap nowadays, I love what's popping. I love the new artists and stuff like that. It's for now though. I can't go back and listen to what was popping in 2017 like it was still 2017, I'd be like, damn, it was cold for what it was.
Right.
But I can't just get that same vibe or same feeling like I did in 2017.
I got you. So
Unless Future, that summer, what that shit? My bad. That Future song that was hit a couple years ago, I can still bump that and give me that summertime vibe right there.
I got you.
Yeah.
I know. I mean,
March Madness.
March
Yeah.
Madness.
Give me that summertime
I mean,
vibe.
March
Anytime I bump
Madness
it.
is almost like an anthem.
Yeah.
It's a Negro spiritual almost. It's something
It's
that
a
March
classic right
Madness
there,
is.
definitely.
It's a classic. You know, I don't know if I'd say that about his entire catalog. It's
Yeah.
cool, but March Madness,
Definitely, yeah.
absolutely for sure. So you by the moniker of Mike Hustle. A lot of people in music talk about hustling. They say that they hustling this, and they hustling that. And they hustle is on this level, and they doing this, and they hustling for what they get. So why did you come up with the name Mike Hustle, and what does that signify? What do you want the people that are listening to you right now on Third Coast Radio to know about Mike Hustle and what the name means?
My name is my name, and I didn't name myself. That should tell you a lot. I got a shout out to my boy 12 Pack and my boy Cool. I think them the two people that would have gave me that name Hustle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a shout out to them.
Cool. So how would you describe your music then? What's the Mike Hustle sound? When the people that follow Mike Hustle and listen to the music, when do they know that they're hearing a classic Mike Hustle record? Or is there even a sound that they can pin on you?
At first, you probably could pin that sound. I know when I first came, I was trying to really give you that Dirty South, more of a UGK vibe. So you probably might hear that. I'm still gonna try to emulate that in my albums. But now you just can't piece me with a sound. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to not trying to make every album sound the same. So whatever you hear from me, you ain't gonna hear it again unless it's a piece that I feel like it was a classic that I really want to keep with me.
No doubt. You're tuned in to Third Coast Radio right now. If you're just tuning in, we got Mike Hustle in the studio. We got Donnie too. This is your man Kamikaze, the Kingmaker, man. You are one of the hardest working cats out there, man. As I said, you got a lot of different things going on. You've got merchandise. You put some movie shorts together. You're constantly coming up with innovative things to do in your music. And you just recently, had your own show at I believe it was Mike Townsend
Definitely.
Comedy
Shout out
Club.
Mike Townsend, man.
Right,
for real.
right. And you put that show together yourself. I was really feeling and respected, the marketing and the push behind that because, you went out, you invested in yourself, you created the tickets, you were selling tickets, you had your backdrop. I saw all of the scenes from the show. You really put a lot of time and effort into putting that production together. And, we've had artists on here before, and we talk all the time about artists investing in themselves. So, talk about that a little bit and talk about why that's the route that you have decided to take as opposed to the route that a lot of cats taking of just whining and complaining about, not being in a position to do anything in the music game.
Started with Mal Walker. I got to shout out him. He was the first one I saw do that.
Yeah.
Just a lot of artists, they just complain about waiting on their phone to ring to get booked for a show when you can really just reach out to the club owners yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Ask them how much it is to rent it. You can rent it.
It's really that easy.
It's that easy.
That easy.
It's really that easy.
Get a DJ.
Yeah.
You got to have a solid team. It was a lot of work, but I couldn't have done it without my team. Definitely. They was on point with it all night.
Right.
Man, you just got to do it yourself. Ain't nobody going to call you. Ain't nobody going to come save you. This ain't 1995 where somebody hear you freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They go, man, I'll tell you, I'm going to come sign you now.
Right.
It ain't that. You got to put the work in. You got to meet the people. You got to get the people talking about you. You got to, man, once you get the people listening to you, everything going to fall in place.
Let me tell you something. If y'all are listening out there right now, I want to make sure I get clarity on this for y'all that are listening right now. So you're telling me that all you did was pick up the phone and you actually called the venue owner?
Oh, yeah.
And you booked your own show. And he picked the phone up.
Oh, definitely.
And you booked the show. And you had a concert that was your concert.
Just like
it was
that.
just as simple as that. And you just
Just
called
like
him on the phone. So why don't you think that other people listening to this right now who are whining and complaining about people not reaching out to them, why don't you think the majority of artists these days simply pick up the phone call and take the initiative and drive to push their own career?
Some people don't know. Some artists don't know. Some lazy. Some don't think people gonna come see them.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I just took a chance.
Was that something that I mean, and I'm sure it did. Anytime you taking that kind of risk and putting that money in something, because it's an overhead. Does the thought of man, what if nobody shows up, or maybe people won't show up, or what happens if they don't? Did that thought ever cross your mind when you were putting this particular show together that you did recently at Mike's Spot?
Oh yeah, definitely. Being in my first time throwing something like that. Yeah, I thought about that, but not in a negative way. I was saying, what would I do after that if no one came? How would I bounce back? You know what I'm saying? What different approach would I take? I never, and man, if people don't come, I'm finna start rapping. That's what most people do. Most niggas that get on Facebook, ain't nobody coming, I'm start rapping. People came. Motherfuckers came.
Right.
Good over 100 people came.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to probably have to bleep that.
I know, I ain't know.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Yeah, we got you over here.
Yeah, we can edit it out.
I just want to put it in there, but yeah.
You got good stuff, but we don't want to mess it up because we got to edit too much.
Keep it up.
We got good stuff. Keep
it
it
around. There's some good stuff going on. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you speak about having a team, right? And that's something that we talk about a lot as well. What type of people are on your team? You talking about a street team? Are you talking about managers? Like who's the people that make up your team?
Everybody that believe in the hustle. Mainly people I grew up with right now. They've been believing in me since day one. So yeah, they've been
people
down.
People that believe in you and your music and what you're doing.
Definitely.
So how do you put that team together though? A lot of people, people come on here and they talk about their team. And we know having a team is important. We know you can't do it by yourself. So how do you find those people? How do you find that team? How did you find the people around you? How do you vet those people to make sure that they're there for you, particularly to help you and your brand?
Number one, you got to be a solid person. That's number one. Number two, you got to give something. You got to give people something to believe in. You know what I'm saying? I've always had a team. People always told me, but they've always, when I wasn't making good music, they told me. When I wasn't doing what I needed to do, they told me. So they made me better.
That's important.
I think people definitely need that.
That's important.
Yeah.
Do you think that, that's kind of an issue with a lot of the artists out here? You know what I'm saying? Even some of your peers and people that have come before you, especially coming from Mississippi, that, they don't keep genuine people around them. They're telling them when they need to step it up musically in their game.
Right. A lot of sensitivity going on. Some artists, you tell them their music ain't that tight, they'll stop hanging with you. They'll stop coming around. They won't even ask you no opinion.
Yeah.
I love when somebody tell my music ain't jamming. Because I'm going to send you the next track. What you think about this? Because I've turned people, you know what I'm saying, from now on, I don't too much like your music to, you straight now, bro.
Yeah.
So like that.
So, coming from Mississippi, coming from Jackson, Mississippi, this is the birthplace of America's music, but you always hear about people talking about the scene. How would you describe the scene right now in Central Mississippi as it relates to music, period, not just hip-hop, but, everything that you're seeing going on right now in Central Mississippi, man? How would you say the scene is looking right now? What do you feel like the future is for Mississippi independent music?
I love it. It's way more talented than it was, let's say, 10 years ago. I just wish.
Wait a minute now. Let me see. How long ago was it?
10, 20. I don't know.
Okay.
You do
I was
your
doing
thing.
something about that.
That's no
But no, actually,
you're a legend in your own.
actually, you're right though. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Speaking
Actually,
as far as a whole,
yeah.
10 years ago, you had certain artists that was making noise,
That's
but now
true,
it's a good.
No, this is true.
You can count. You can keep counting artists with tight songs. You know what I'm saying? They just got to put the grind behind it.
Right.
And that's also what I think a lot of artists fail on. They're not getting outside of Jackson. You can't rip Mississippi in Mississippi.
Now you travel. You do a lot of traveling. I think
yeah.
you said you've done something in the Delta before. And talk about some of the other places you've been and what motivated you to get in your vehicle and travel to some of these other cities.
People love to meet you when you go out and travel to other cities and stuff like that. You rep for your town. I go to A3C. This is my third year. I've been to A3C every year. I encourage all artists to go out there. Every year I meet somebody that can take my career to the next level. Whether I meet a producer, I meet an artist who can give me a hook or a tight verse.
Yep.
I meet, this past year I met somebody who can make me an app. I'm gonna reach out to them. Just different people. I met a reggae artist. Get them on the hook. Different.
Network.
Definitely. I love that. I love A3C. I'm going back next year.
Man, it's a good time. As a matter of fact, for those of you not familiar, A3C is in Atlanta. I think it's going into, what is it, it's 12th year, something along those lines? Do you know?
It's going to be even
14th year? It's a festival that takes place in Atlanta every year in October. If you are listening right now, if you are an independent artist, it doesn't matter who you are. And we'll probably be giving you some information right here on Third Coast Radio. You definitely need to go to A3C in Atlanta and check it out. But let me backtrack real quick because I want to get this straight. Because I asked you about you putting the show together. You mean to tell me that you got in your car, in your vehicle,
Oh, yeah.
and you just drove to these other cities and you just pulled up in them and you started meeting people and networking with your music.
Yep.
As simple as that.
Simple as
You
that.
just got in your car and you just drove to these other places. Nothing spectacular had to happen. You just had the will to want to go to another city and promote yourself, and you just went there and you promoted your music.
Promote it. Yep.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing, man. That's fantastic because a lot of people out there ask questions as if they don't know that they can do that. Like, you can actually get in your own vehicle and you can go
Look up
across
a
the
record
state.
shop.
Look at a record shop, look at a venue, those kind of things. These are the jewels that we're going to give them, Java, for being an independent artist. DJ Java is also in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. He's silently nodding his head right now, but he's over here on the boards, right here on NPB Think Radio, man. So, November the 8th, we got Don Tripp is coming into town. We're going to talk about that later on, back in the lab, back on the road. But what can the people expect November 8th at 1 Block East? Don Tripp is coming into town, a host of other people, but Mike Hustle is on that bill. What can they expect from you, man, when they come in and check out that show on November the 8th?
Man, you're gonna get a dope show, bro. Live lyrics, not performing over my vocals.
No rapping over vocals. No rapping over vocals. We'll get into that in 1 second.
Yeah.
Maybe not right now, but we'll get into that. But go ahead.
Good show. Each performance, man, I'm trying to get better. So, I watch tape, just like, football, watch tape. And I try to see how can I get better, how can I increase the next performance, just like that. It's a game, it's a study to me.
Yeah.
Just getting better.
Yeah.
What are you looking for when you look at your footage from your last show? What are you looking for and how to improve?
Movements, what could I have done as far as crowd control? How could I have made it more entertaining? Could I add something to the show or something like that? Everything I try to think about like that.
Yeah, cool. So how can people get in touch with you if they want to, talk to you about booking a show, if they want to just reach out to you on social media, man? Give them all your social media handles right now so they can catch up with you.
Okay, you can follow me on IG at Hustle Luciano. That's Hustle, Luciano.
Mm-hmm.
You can email me, MikeHustle601 at gmail.